most amazing interview. We gotta. It's right there. It's you've seen this, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the famous. Yeah. So can the audience hear this as well? Because it sounds like
Yes.
we're hearing the speakers. Okay. All right.
Yeah. It helps us not be flagged.
Okay. I got it.
But let me make sure I'll see what I can do about it. Go on. Add context.
Well, to this interview, I feel like I saw this, or it was a big thing right afterwards. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think I know where it's going, and I'm excited to see because you seem to remember it better. But I feel like this. I feel like this was caused tremors when it happened.
Well, he was being sued, I think, or at least accused of was it assault or whatever it was,
domestic violence, I think.
Yeah, and I was 4, so this is definitely something that I saw way later on, and on my interview show that I'm doing, Anatomy of an Interview. We're gonna definitely run through this one because this is gonna be great. This is great. This is fantastic. If you haven't seen it.
With a lead pipe and firing a gun at a car that she was in. Charges that, as a fact, it resulted, as a matter of fact, in assaulting his wife with a lead pipe and firing a gun at a car that she was in. These are charges that Brown denies. He was released yesterday on $15,000. The charges, and we welcome you, James Brown. How did all of this trouble begin? Live in America. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all. You're not in any difficulty, but you're out on bond. No, I'm not. Have all the charges been dropped? Yeah, I'm out on love. Well, are you out on love or out of love? Which is it? Out on love. Alone from night to night, you find me. You and your wife have had a problem. Are the two of you going to be able to work this out? Let's talk about some music. You want to talk about music and you don't want to talk about what happened? No, it's all over. Well, let's talk about your tour. When are you leaving? We're leaving tomorrow. And where are you going? Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. Brazil. Now, your fans will have read all about this, James. Aren't you concerned about that? No. I'm concerned because there's nothing wrong.
He's high as a kite.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I'm gonna say I feel good. I always got a brand new bag. It's a man's world. Well, that's the second time in 2 days. That's very interesting. Now, don't leave us, James. You stay right there. We have to talk about. Well, tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing on this tour. What are you going to be doing on this tour? I'm going to be doing. I always got a brand new bag. Living in America. Sex machine. Get up off of that thing. I feel good. Yeah. Now, I understand that you have already... James, I have to ask you one serious question here. I understand you already have started divorce proceedings. Does that mean that you're now eligible? No. Yes, I'm saying...
What?
You want to mingle. Yeah. Now, the women love you when you get out there. Why do you think that is? What'd you say? The women love you when you get out there. Why is that, ladies? Well, I'm asking you. Huh? Because I look good. I smell good. I feel good. And you sing good. And make love good. Oh.
Confident man.
We don't have to ask anybody else. We got that from the source. You're involved in publishing a gospel magazine. Tell us a little bit about that. Second Coming. It's out of Augusta, Georgia, as Anthem. Joseph P. Young is the editor. James Brown is one of the advisors. And we're doing a fantastic job. The Second Coming. It features, on this week, I think we have the Pope and I believe the Williams brothers. And next week we'll have Reverend Al Sharpton, I think, on the cover. And we'll be doing a lot of good things, and hopefully we'll get Brother Ted Turner on the cover. Ted, where you at? James, we want to thank you for being with us today. Wait a minute, I just got here. Oh, is there something more you want to say that we haven't covered? Yeah, I want to say everything. Okay, go ahead. I love America. I love everybody. Well, I feel good. It sounds to me as though you're not troubled by any of this at all. This is a man's world. Thanks for reminding us of that. Every once in a while, we forget. We've remembered again. James, good luck on your tour. Thanks for being with us. I guess we're going to hear lots more.
Wow. I don't remember that happening. Yeah, I mean, he was obviously medicated, it seemed to me.
Yeah, I thought he was high as a kite. He should not have taken that interview under any circumstance.
Who advised him to do that?
I don't think any. I think he didn't care who what the advisor said.
Wow.
I hope they got a good commission. I hope they were on retainer.
Wow. Because
no one cared. He did not care what anyone thought about it on any level. Yeah.
In stark contrast to what we've been talking about most of the time, I wonder what some of those older musicians would say. I think Andre needs some advice from Bootsy on what path to take, or maybe he just needs to go on Martin Scorsese's cooking channel.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Savvy, anything you'd like to plug?
Yes, feedbackdef.substack.com, and also my YouTube channel at feedbackdef. I'm working on an essay right now about how genres that are considered underground and like threatening to the mainstream always end up sort of being absorbed into mainstream, to the point where we don't even bat an eyelash at them. And I touch on quickly this idea, like it's not the main point, but this idea that the CIA was behind the LSD distribution that got into, groups like the Grateful Dead. That was like a big deal in the hippie movement, obviously the Grateful Dead and Crosby, Stills and Nash and groups, that whole thing. And just the idea that, the entire hippie aesthetic might have actually been sparked by like the CIA is such a weird thing to me. It's not the main point, but I get into that. So that should post later today.
Very cool. For me, I have always got a bunch of things, and one that we'll discuss a little bit after we step off, because it's something I wanted to share with you that could be some big news. But I have the media of it all. It is a newsletter, a column that I am writing both on LinkedIn and Substack. Doing better on LinkedIn than Substack, which is interesting. I'm reaching my 200th subscriber, 2,000, I hope. 2,000 subscriber in just 2 weeks live on Substack, which is great. Not on Substack, but on LinkedIn.
That's awesome.
And this last one, which I published on Thursday mornings, was about Lester Holt leaving NBC Nightly News and the fact that no one cares. This guy is in front of 7 million people daily, and no one cares that he's leaving. So I believe it's a sign of audience collapse.
Okay, you're saying no one in the public, not no one, the executives or in the industry.
The executives care, sure. Okay. But it's not there was a point where I remember when Dan Rather left. I remember when Peter Jennings had to step down. Peter Jennings was sick. I remember when Charles Gibson stepped in for Peter Jennings, and when Tom Brokaw turned the baton to Brian Williams, this is all in the 2000s. These were big national deals, like where it was they made all kinds of headlines, and there was a big focus on it. Not so much now. When Katie Couric got the CBS job, it was a big deal. In the 90s, going back to the 80s, pre Dan Rather and Brokaw and Jennings, that triumvirate, like just there was this sort of focus on these now archaic enterprises. An archaic enterprise that's still consumed by 7 million people a night. And that's just one of them. I think altogether it's around 25 to 30 million total. It depends on the night, obviously. So I wrote about that last week, and I got another one coming up. I think I think it's going to be about NPR and PBS. And my take on where they should go.
I'm really, really, really excited to hear your take on that.
Yeah.
So don't tell me before you post the thing. Oh, like
Sure.
Tell me when you post the thing. I don't want you to.
Sure.
I want to experience your piece on it.
Sure. And on Substack, I am also still doing my short radio pieces. Hopefully more news on that soon.